Sounds a little better now. Okay, so if John shows up in the next, anytime during the session, he can jump right in. It's a shame he had some good gear. What the hell? Show up for one day, take the good gear, and then go? Start getting these newcomers your gear. Sell that stuff and improve. All right, so we completed the rat quest, the rat catcher's quest. That was very nice. And we found Klondike. I guess we let him go. What was the decision there? We turned him over to his dad?
I think we turned him over to his dad.
Okay, that's probably the better solution, is to turn him over to dad, let his dad issue punishment. His dad, we can start with that offer that he'll make. Solitaire, the clan chief, says that he knows that we've been outside the walls. And he knows, as he would say, that, do a schmitchen. He says that I've seen you outside the walls, and that's of value to me. Now, we used to control the trade of tar. This is before your time. We lost it. The ogres now, White Snake, he does the tar shipments under the ground. But I'm betting that if you guys follow the smell of tar and go in and kill White Snake, we can take over the tar trade. Now, I'll give you a gold to start and a gold to finish if you can complete that quest. Otherwise, it's wander the city. Now, Rusty, what do you think?
I'm muted because I'm chewing. Let's see. So the two of us would get two, or potentially one of us would end up with 2 gold.
No, it's 1 each.
1 each. Oh, then definitely. Sure, I can die from an ogre just as easily as I can die from random cards that don't give me a gold.
I'll take my 17th point and grab that, add it to my hit points, making me
we get it already?
Make me an inconceivable 30 hit points to enter the underworld. Now we're going to play this on the lower right-hand corner map.
Wait, get our 1 gold already? We don't have to complete it first?
You get a second one.
Second one.
One to start and one to finish this one.
The lovely smell of tar.
This is going to be a toughie. This is a cruel one. All right, you better keep your thinking caps on. Now, as you wander around this maze, many of the things are just going to be card flips. I'm hoping that Dobby will come up to get in the way as an anti-soak off, and maybe you'll finally meet the Overlord, that sort of stuff. But Solitaire wants us to secure the tar pits. Now,
which thing are you calling the maze?
The caves.
Okay, got it. All right, the caves.
Yeah, lower right-hand corner. So he wants you to secure the tar pits, and now Whitesnake, he works this long shift collecting tar. Then his crew crashes and rests. Now they're usually in 3 different places. So you're going to have to probably go in there, and with luck, you'll catch them all sleeping, and maybe you want to cautiously move forward at times and scout areas. And to do that is going to be either a luck roll or a light magic in order to scout ahead. So 3 different places in this caves. And yes, it smells bad of tar. So much so that I'm going to roll a d4 here. First roll of the game session. Oh. All right, all our rolls are -4 because the tar is so thick. Now, would I leave?
We were going to do this thing? Okay.
You agreed to it. I mean, you can leave and come back later. I got other quests we can do, but if you leave and come back, they'll only get stronger, sadly. If now I was hoping that would maybe be a 1, and each time you kill a group of ogres, you re-roll it, and it may increase, but it would never decrease. But I would not have this def mod if there wasn't a means of clearing the smoke out. So you need to hunt for that as a first warning as you move around. But -4 def mod on, and now is that for only battle? That is for only battle, at least. So
yeah. So with a poor weapon, -4, you need a 20.
Yep.
Got it.
But you got a good spear, I thought.
Until it breaks.
Well, yeah, but if it breaks, you get it fixed. Mine got damaged, and I just had it refixed. It cost me 12 silvers, but it was worth it to me because I think a good weapon itself was more expensive than that. No, I think it cost me. I rolled really well. It cost me only a few silvers to get it fixed. All right, let's see what else he has going on here. All right, I think we're ready. You can enter from either the north or the south toward G or toward room RTS. RTS. Okay, so would you, Rusty, your choice. Which way are you going to go first? You want to enter through?
I'll go the worst way and go in from the south.
Okay. Go ahead and move your characters
it's the
down
one
there.
that will kill me the soonest.
Put yourself in the center of the room there, Rusty, if you would.
Okay. Let's see here.
See the party up by C?
Yeah.
I just moved.
There you go. Okay. Let's now you enter that area and pick a letter or stealth on by to another letter. Where would you like to go to from here? Do you want to investigate T? Do you want to investigate R? Do you want to investigate S? You probably have to go through R and get to M, but I can give you U and V from here.
Yeah, but and we could also go over to U.
Yeah, U, V, R, T, and S. R, S, and T.
I think we should out U.
Okay.
Yeah, see, we're caught between this.
I'm not the one who should make a luck roll. Who's got the good luck roll?
It's not. You only need to stealth past something if you see it's the ogres and are not ready to fight them, Rusty. Otherwise, you just move there through the smoke.
Okay. Can we assume that we're moving stealthily so that, like, we could back off if we don't want to engage?
If I tell you that there's 9 million ogres belching forth from some sort of demon skull, then you would make the stealth roll to get away.
Okay.
Now, if you want one person to just go forward and look and see what's there, once again, they're going to have to make the stealth rolls. That's going to either be light magic or morale luck. And it does have a second caveat that your hit points must be higher than your gear slots. In my case, I'm 30 hit points and 10 gear slots to start, so I'm in good shape. But Rusty,
those are flexible, right, Red? If I remember correctly.
Yes, they are very good.
Yeah,
they're
so
dynamic.
So
you can move them wherever you want.
It's how many pieces of gear you have on you really is the.
Yeah, you can grab your pips and expect, just like last week, that you'll miss rolls and lose hit points, and we'll get in a battle and you'll lose hit points, especially at -4. All right, at you, Rusty, I'm going to flip a card. There is nothing special about you, so let's see what's lurking in the darkness here. I have a deck. It's in the middle of the play field, so we're going to keep it there. And at you find shadows and confusion. Of course, makes perfect sense. And I was telling Rusty that the 2 of hearts is something that he should definitely fear. And recall. Jokers, we reshuffle.
Did he when we got the gold piece from our friend, can I get that in silver rather than gold, or does it not matter? Because Dobby would double that, right?
No, it gives you a gold piece. Because I'm giving you essentially experience points. I'm not giving you any. I'm not giving you the money.
Okay, so we should just convert it right into a level. Okay, I got you.
Correct. Yeah, you should take an extra point on your on your levels. All right, 8 and 8 of clubs in the darkness.
got the good utility?
Well, that would be John. John the Truthful.
I purchased a good utility as well.
I did as well. I have some very, very strong braided rope.
I have a stone wedge.
Very good. Yeah. Good stuff. Braided rope and stone wedge. Did I pick up anything else? No. I still have my mustard paste, etc. I'm carrying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. How many of those are utility? I have good utility and poor utility. All right. And let's, and my rope, unfortunately, I should say it's not 8 objects, it's 10 objects. I mean, it's 9 objects because my rope is double size. I could not afford the good stuff. But we need to have someone in the group make a weaponry roll and somebody in the group or somebody, and add a utility. So we need a utility roll and a weaponry roll. Rusty, who makes the utility roll? We'll start with. And roll a d4, Rusty, if you would. So Rusty's groping around the shadows. Maybe he woke up an ogre that was ostracized, we'll say, in the smoke-filled caverns. Rusty picked up 2 silvers in the dark. And who makes the utility roll, Rusty? To silence this guy, we'll say.
Somebody with good, so that's either you or Conrad.
Well, I can tie him up. So we can tie him up and muzzle him. That would be D20. I think it's a roll of an 11, right? Here goes my roll for utility. No -4? Nah. 18, I made it. That's nice. Okay, and weaponry. Who's going to make a weaponry roll? We don't have any great weapons, but we do have good weapons. Now, Rusty, who makes a weaponry roll?
I guess I do.
Okay, go ahead. Roll until you're successful.
Yeah.
Or
So we're gonna be here all night.
So 12. Let's see. We're at -4.
No. It's -4 on the 3 rooms with ogres in them.
Oh.
So you rolled a 12. You could add 2 to that if you need to, but you really only needed 11. So you succeeded.
You only need 11, yeah. So no, you succeeded regardless. You did not need to add your pips yet. I dropped my pips in weaponry and utility already, knowing that I was going to need them. I actually rolled a 20. So you is cleared. A few silver pieces in her pocket from that stray ogre that we had to put out in confusion in the shadows.
Rusty's pocket, right?
Yes, well, Rusty saw some silver. Rusty went get silver. Rusty tripped on ogre we had to kill. Who had to kill? Rusty killed it. I bounded it. All right, so let's Conrad, where would you like to go from here?
We are in the map on the cave map, right? And we're currently in
Correct.
cell near you. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
And our objective is to get to.
We have to destroy 3 separate
3 ogres, right?
groups of sleeping ogres.
So we came from the entrance there where the arrow in is. So I guess
Correct.
V is the obvious choice, right? V is in Victor.
If you want to continue on Rusty's path counterclockwise, you may go to V. Is that what you would like to do? Thank you.
Yes, V is in Victor. That's correct.
It's a tough world for a guy hustling for gold coins. All right, V. Don't see anything about. Don't see. Yes, ogre spleen. I don't see anything at V. So let's flip some cards.
Yikes.
An ensorcelled lady, dark magic -4.
Ugh.
Some sort of spectral host. We think that some prisoner was being held by the ogres and tormented mercilessly, but it turns out that it was an old trap. An old trap that enticed us in with an illusion. The 4 of Hearts means we're not going to have any no additions from the 4 of Hearts. But we all know we hate the face card, so how bad can the 4 be? The 4, we're going to need a luck or a dark magic, anyone in the group. I would say we'd probably want to do this with luck. Because if we do more dark magic, it's -4 in the roll. Conrad, who makes the luck roll? And a luck is such that it moves around the party. If you fail the luck, somebody else must try to make it.
Pretty sure.
I know who hasn't ever made a luck roll in the group.
Yeah. So let's not put Rusty up for this. I have a good luck item. I can find it here on my list. Yes, my Myrmidon leather has good luck in the armor. So I'll roll good.
Sure.
I'll roll luck. So it's an 11, potentially a 9, obviously, right?
Cannot violate you through your armor.
And that is a miss.
Okay, we're gonna move around to Greg. Greg, you need to make a luck roll.
I have a 4-leaf clover. It's a good luck item, so I will do that. We're at -4.
No, it's no
not
-4. Only on the 3 battles specifically to defeat the tar ogres.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, I thought everything.
19, you're
Well,
successful.
19.
No prizes from this room. I moved the big die over to Greg.
I need to roll durability for my
for your
cue,
luck
or my
item.
luck item.
Yes.
I'm going to use a make roll on that, so that roll has been made.
Okay, very good. Right now we're at no penalty on the utility.
I think the obvious would be just right ahead to W.
Utility is at +0 to our rolls. W. Good. W, I know nothing about W. Okay, so here comes the card flips as we move past the ensorcelled lady. It's an enticing door. Probably a false door. It was probably painted in the area, an old tomb.
Is anybody an expert at enticing doors?
No.
No.
I'm Withering Curses. John had 2 of them. I can't remember what 2 he had, but John, we miss you. All right, let's look at
I have
Jack.
Simple Annoyance.
Jack, we hate. And did you rolled a 20 in the your success rolls with the Dobby character, the Simple Annoyance? Interesting.
That's how I got him, right?
No. I think
no. He was an add-on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was just an add-on.
Yeah.
I don't know that if you're an expert in that or if he's just a guy that hangs out with you.
I marked that one as my 20, right? I got 1. E is in Simple Annoyance.
Yeah, I do
Jack,
remember Conrad did get 1.
Okay, Jack, weaponry or restoration, and we're gonna add a luck roll to that. So somebody's gonna have to make a luck roll, and somebody's gonna have to make a weaponry or a restoration roll. Oh, Jack, forgive me, it's not someone, it's all. So let's start with me. We're gonna have I need to make a weaponry or a restoration, and my weaponry is good. My restoration is poor, but it'd be 3 points of damage. Can I make an 11? +2, a 9 in 3 or 4 rolls. It's 1 hit point, and I took 1 hit point of damage for missing 1 weaponry roll. And against the enticing door that I'm trying to, that's probably something typical Gygax. The door turned out to be the shimmering of something big. The goblins were playing tricks on us, and I made my weaponry roll, but now I also have to make luck and morale. And
why would you? So does everybody have to make the luck or morale, or everyone has to make the weaponry?
Yeah, everyone has to make both. The enticing door added the luck morale to get past it. This is probably the fact that when the door came alive, or the door turned out to be the side of a dinosaur, just one of the scales on it. I said that's no door, that's a monster. That's no door, that's a monster. And so I made my
help there.
Yes, luck. I'm looking at my luck. Light magic luck. It's just obviously it's once again my good luck is how often my shoes come untied. It was somebody else who got too close to this thing before it activated. But it's only a poor roll, and so it's going to be a 15. I made that roll. So I made but I failed once with my weaponry. Let's roll the durability on that. 20. Okay, we love that. All right.
Like to get those in a different order, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And we move over to Rusty. Rusty, you need either a weaponry or a restoration, and also a luck roll. And the luck, in this case, does not move around the party because we all have to make the luck roll by force by the enticing door. Go ahead, Rusty.
Okay, so I'll do restoration. I have good restoration item. It's a let's see, it's a cat eyes gem.
Okay.
Do that.
Now your cat eye obviously comes alive to tell you that something ahead is dangerous. You making your luck roll first?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I'm not making my restoration roll first.
Go ahead. Your
I
cat's
just
eye
did.
gives restoration?
Yes, it gives let's see, cat's eye, restoration, good, and dark magic 4.
Oh, okay, terrific. Wow.
So,
Holy stone.
so anyway, I made it, and now I will fail on my luck roll. So, and it's 4. And of course it is 4. And let's see if I break my good luck torch, which never gave me good luck. So
you got to light it.
Okay, no, I did not break it. So.
Okay, did not break it, and you're good luck to you. You got your lucky torch in this tar-filled, smoke-filled.
I have my lucky torch. Yes.
Sort of naphtha-filled walls. He's using a torch, Conrad.
Torch has survived. My unlucky torch has survived many a failed luck roll.
Yeah.
Well, good thing he didn't get that torch lit up with the volatiles from the tar.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's good for us. We go on to Conrad. Conrad, I need you to make either a weaponry or restoration roll.
Now,
weaponry, I got the warhammer.
3 times the number that you assign to it, or is it 2? What are the
3?
3. Okay. All right. Got it.
It's 2 and 3. Yep.
All right.
That's 2 fails.
2 fails on weaponry.
3 fails on weaponry. Yikes! 4 fails on weaponry. There's 4 fails on weaponry. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Ugly.
And let's see. And then let me roll the durability on the weapon.
Have you tested it before? No, I don't think you have.
Not the weapon, but the luck. So
and the 9 9 is success, right?
Yes, 9 is a success. And then luck, which has been tested, and that is also good. So I need an 11, or rather a 9, and that's a success.
Success. After all those rolls, you didn't add +2 to your weaponry? I guess none of them would have mattered, huh?
It didn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, they were all low enough. Okay, and over to Greg.
I marked it such that I probably will have it there, but it's And when Rusty rolled a restoration roll, is that correct? Restoration doesn't do the healing; it's the light magic that does the healing, right?
Correct. Yes, restoration is simply just patching yourself up, and
restoration is that you get the bigger penalty when you
3 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage instead of 1 if you fail.
Doesn't sound very restory to me, but
it's more a restoration. I could make it a restoration / evasion dexterity, but I haven't thought about that yet. Over to Greg. Greg, would you please make a weaponry or restoration roll?
Okay, odds are weaponry is good. I still have a good spider spear, so let's do.
I got the good luck, Conrad got the bad luck, and you're right there.
Weapon easily, and then we also need a luck. I have my good luck clover, and I'll fail that one.
You failed that one, so take a point of damage. Did you already test? Did you already test durability on your clover?
No, I have not.
So roll for that as well, please.
A 9.
A 9. I think it's an 8. So I think you're fine. Checking my table really quick.
It's a 9, but I got a 9. It's okay.
You got a 9 on, and if it was
it's a 9.
You could
wow.
always add
Gosh,
2.
That's terrible durability. No wonder Conrad burned a make roll on it. And we're going to over to the big guy back.
And the other thing is I get to use the luck roll all night long without having to roll it again.
Yes, you get to use correct.
So use it early, right? And then
it's just smart because we got another 2 hours of play here. Rusty, I will let me shift this just a little bit on my map. And you, if true to course, you would go to Z if you wish. Or backtrack.
it's the worst decision, but yeah, we'll do Z.
Okay.
End of the alphabet.
Yeah, the bad decision was probably your first one to go in this direction. It's like over
It does
R
seem
and
that way that we've had 3 random cards as opposed to anything.
Oh, there's lots of random cards in this one. There's only a few places that would stand out. When they do, you really should take notice. Z. This one is no. This one's another random card, Rusty.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Hey, random cards, how you get random money. Rusty, pick up another D4, silver.
Ready?
Now, these, of course, are the many and twisted forms of the goblin that we are facing. Now, Rusty is tearing open a cubby hole. No, that's where they shat. And 8 of diamonds means that we have to make a weaponry or a utility roll. Maybe we have to bar the hatch. And with the diamond, we have to add a luck roll to it. Yeah, Conrad, that was a smart decision on that make roll. I have to remember that. Use that make roll early on, especially with the weaponry, right? And get that out of the way so you don't have to worry about your durability with anything good. All right, so if I make my utility roll, maybe I'll make roll that. Weaponry or utility, any one of the group, luckily, and add luck. So, Rusty, who has to make the weaponry or the utility roll? I have tested the durability on my spear. I don't really want to take 3 points of damage making my 11, but you can tell me to do it.
I have good weaponry as well.
I think
do not have good utility.
I did the last weaponry, but I think rather than doing a weaponry, it makes more sense to do a utility.
Okay.
Utility.
We haven't tested the utility, and remember, if we fail a utility roll, all our durability rolls are going to be harder.
But if we make it, then all of them are.
That's true. Absolutely.
That's why I want somebody who's got a good utility.
I think it's Red and I have the good utility.
Yes, I have good utility with my strong binding braided cord, and Conrad's got good utility with his wedge. So
Probably
both would easily
Red
work.
That does it because Conrad's already gotten 4 hits.
Bloodied.
He's been
I
bloodied.
can make the luck roll.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a make roll here because I'm going to do what Conrad did. I do not want to lose my rope, and if I burn a make roll, then
you don't want to, right? Yeah, so
you got to miss the roll and then do it on the durability.
No. If or else every time I'm going to have to do this. Yeah.
Otherwise,
okay.
Wait till you miss it, and then
otherwise I have to make roll every time. All right. Yes.
Yeah. No. So
I bow to you as better players. So I'm going to need to make a. I'm +2 on utility. I need a 9.
There you go.
I don't have to.
We have durability.
I just lock it up. And now somebody has to make a luck roll, Rusty. Who's going to make the luck roll?
It's not going to be me.
I tested my luck, Rusty.
Who's got a good luck? Conrad, you going to do that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I have a good luck, but I have not tested it. So if you would like me to make it, that's good.
My luck is poor.
Anybody got a luck roll that has already been tested?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. My luck has been rolled. I got it on my leather armor. That's the one I tested before.
But you didn't test it because you made the roll, I thought.
No, I haven't marked his durability.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't marked his having passed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he missed 2 rolls in one of the previous things. He missed the luck in something else.
So weaponry or something.
Yeah, the luck was the one I used to make roll on to keep so I wouldn't lose it, right?
Okay, so Rusty, you're going to have Conrad make the luck roll.
Yes.
With his armor. Give me a good roll of an 11, Conrad.
12.
There you go.
And we move the big die over to Conrad. Conrad, where would you like to go from here?
Did we get out of order? Because I thought I was the one that moved us into the.
Okay, so Rusty. We've gone 3. Rusty was you. You were V. Greg was W. And Rusty back to Z. You would take us to Y.
Let's go to Y. Let's go to Y. Let's just do it then.
It's how often was Tasha wrong? And why? Now this is the throne room. All right. Now there is a 1 in 3 chance that White Snake, the ogre Etten, is in this area. On a roll of a 1 on a die 3, we have met White Snake. And I rolled a 2 on my die 3, so he is not in his throne room, but the ogre guards are all sleeping around it, snoring away, we should say. But we're -4 on weaponry. And we must do, guarded with tests of magic or weaponry. So we either have to make a magic roll or a weaponry roll, and it is all. Yes, all of us either have to make a weaponry or a magic roll.
And we're -4 with the weapons, or -4 with both tests.
We're -4 for both, for all the tests on the 3 rooms.
Okay.
So we're -4 on the dice.
There's only one test here. It's guarded with.
But everybody has to make it, right?
Yes, everyone has to make it. So if I were, for instance, to use my magic here, I do not have to roll my weaponry, but my magic here is just a single die of. I'm going to go ahead with light magic here, and I will enter the battle with my poor light magic, my tinsel. I will use just enough light that we're hauling around, and my magic tinsel
at the ogres.
I'm more distracting them by, if I shine the light behind the tinsel and make some weird lights on the walls, maybe I can confuse them a little bit. Maybe I can delight them a little bit. Maybe I can make them think that there's other intruders from another direction. Only the die roll will tell whether or not, and I have yet to make any successful roll with my tinsel. It is a 15. 15 with my tinsel. It's too bad we weren't on a card flip. All right. I have made my light magic, but then I realize that against the ogres, that trick will not work again. They seem to have like this collective memory. So my choices are either magic or weaponry. I've used light magic. Now, in the next 2 rooms with the big ogres, in order to succeed, we also have to face the big guy in one of those 2 rooms. But now I will not be able to use light magic again. Not that I would.
Red, you restored a hit point on that light magic.
I did, and who's down the most?
I'm down 5.
You're down 5 total points, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and take one, Conrad. I give you one back. Hey, the magic tinsel worked. Nice. We can delight in that. And I go over to Rusty. Would you please make either a magic roll, but this is the only time you can use magic on the ogres, or you can make a weaponry roll.
Oh, it's not differentiated by light magic and dark magic?
It is. Yes. There's 3 groups of ogres. You can use light magic once, dark magic once, and weaponry. You could use weaponry all 3 times. No, forgive me. Or you can use weaponry. You could use weaponry all 3 times. It's only the magic turned off.
So for this particular battle, I think I'm going to use my light magic because it's going to be an automatic fail for me because it's just poor, and I will take my 1 point of damage. But so
Why
anyway,
would it be an auto fail, Rusty? You need to roll it, right? You need to give us the joy of letting us see you. We want to hear the wailing.
Now we're mocking his fatalism.
There we go. And so let's see if I lose my very expensive light magic firefly pendant.
Well, maybe you want to
use your make roll and then.
No, it's a tour. So and +2, I make it with a 4.
You're +2 in light magic because you clicked that pip. I take it, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and you are successful. We haven't missed any utility roll yet. I made mine, and we go over to Conrad. Conrad, would you please give me?
I will use weaponry to.
Go ahead.
Weaponry at -4, so it's an 11 down to a 9, up to a 13.
We're missing a chance here to do light magic and heal some hit points back. Just saying that as a referee.
Oh, I wanted to heal somebody, but I rolled a 5. So.
you were distracted by the tinsel.
We're -4 on the roll, right?
Yeah, -4 on the roll. We're not going to make a lot of light magic.
So that's,
yeah. I need a 19 or 20 on my light magic roll. Boy, that was a wasted roll. It was a wasted roll that I made it. Go ahead, Conrad. A weaponry, -4.
15 is a success.
15 is success. Nice roll. You need a 9 plus 4 because you got the pips. Good. And we go over to Greg Squires. Magic or weaponry? -4 in the roll.
I'm going to go with weaponry, even though it's probably less damage taken, but I have a lot of hit points right now, so I'll go with weaponry. So, yep, my good Spider League spear, and I will get a 20 right there.
Nice.
Wow, we got 2 20s.
All right, so we have defeated one of the 3 groups of the ogre's trolls. It's the many and twisted forms of the goblin. They take many forms.
No treasure?
No treasure. No, not in. I'm looking.
Thanks.
And
Goblin spleen.
Yeah, the treasure,
Ogre
I guess, is
shinbone.
the tar.
Not even their teeth are worth something.
No,
Ogre shinbone.
no shin bones.
Ogre eyes aren't worth something to farmers.
No, apparently either when we kill them, they dissolve and they turn into tar and just gloop all over everything. We notice there's a griffin symbol on the throne. I don't know if that's important or not, but
The
griffin
throne has
symbol.
no value. We get all the throne out of
Yeah,
here.
what about the throne?
Throne.
You know,
I've done that before.
It's a
I don't
throne
like
is
that.
a-
That's a bad game.
Didn't even put
Throne
it,
is a loose
filled with
thing.
gems.
It's a loose thing. We could take a barrel of tar. I probably would take all of our strength, one of us, to carry a barrel of tar out. The throne itself is not the type of ornate throne that a human would use. It's more what an ogre would appreciate. So it too is probably made with sticky tar.
Are we
And
missing the secret on maybe that?
I don't discriminate. I'm willing to sell
hey,
ogre throne
Rusty,
to an ogre.
I'm going to take your 3 silver pennies you found in the dark away from you if you keep grumbling here. All right.
Can we put some tar into like a flask or something and then use it as a weapon to mark the?
Well, tar as a utility is interesting. But not enough here. Each barrel of tar I have listed someplace takes 2 D4 slots.
Well, I was looking for the secret that allows us to eliminate the -4 penalty.
Oh no, this is not tar. Is not the secret. Now, think about this for a second. And if these cave networks, they probably were a lot more pristine when the humans were running the tar pits. So what would you need if this was like a factory that was
ventilation?
Yes. Okay. So Greg is figuring out. So if there's going to be ventilation of some sort that has been, broken or sealed over, where in general do you think the ventilation would have to vent from? You'd wonder about the two passages we use to get in here, but those are too twisted. So you need almost like a ventilation shaft that would go right to the surface. And do you think it would be
the exit or?
Do you think it would be in the middle, or do you think it would
probably
be in the walls? Could be at X. Yeah, that's next to an outer wall, and it's also next to an inner wall, and it also looks like it's an elevated slightly.
Or you could have it right here in the middle, in the M, right?
In the middle, but X is on the way to the middle anyway, so X is probably where we're going next.
So if it's X, we were going to find it anyway.
Yes. Now you know what
but
you're
now
looking
we can
for,
say we
please.
found it from our brilliance.
Yes, you found it from brilliance, and also,
guys, we made it through one third of this. That's good.
1/3 and 1 treasure.
1/3, and 1/3 of the success, and only taking 5 points of damage, Rusty. And we were at -4 in that last battle, so it's not
and we found
too
2
bad.
pennies.
Don't
forget the
found a
2
few
pennies.
pennies too. Now you find at X, there's a couple of skeletal ogres corpses that are chained to the wall. This could be the punishment by Whitesnake for some sort of transgression. I just left them there to die. These are also, you notice that the ogres themselves have some very shiny teeth. No, I'm teasing. ogre skeleton bones. I'll allow you to take the ogre skeleton bones out. It's a 1-slot object, and then maybe a tiny at the Owl Hawk can repurpose them some way. But I'm not going to give you a value on them until the end. Is it worth it? I'm not going to carry them.
We can always get them on the way
Carry
back.
reds.
So there's a couple of skeletal ogre corpses that are chained to the wall. The punishment of white snake for transgression. So
I would think an ogre skull would be an item worth.
okay, so take an ogre skull for 1 slot, and we'll find out later if it's of any value.
It just is a display piece in a tavern or something, right? For the ogre skull tavern.
1, 2, 3.
For bones too. So I got 2 times it.
You got. I'm sorry, Rusty. What did you take?
If you're not taking your ogre bones, I'll take yours and mine.
Okay, you got 2 slots worth of ogre bones. Okay, and so let's we're back to Rusty. Rusty from X. Where would you like to go?
Did Greg do something?
Yeah, Greg. Well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we started with you. We'll end with you.
Greg did the X. Okay,
Greg did the X. Yeah.
All right.
Looking for the ventilation shaft.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's go to Q.
Q. Q is a random card flip. Cult, cabal. Oh boy, the fire cult is in here. Man, that's a terrible thing if we spade is never good. All right, we're going to reward gear. Make sure you help me remember that.
I think we asked if there's any rewards almost every time, multiple times.
Yeah, but the reward gear actually says it on the card, I guess is what I'm referring to.
I know.
The fire cult is actually, they're probably in this area because they use the tar as well to help them, light their torches. So they're stealing barrels of tar. And each time you meet them, you have to roll a d4 for their def mod. So give me a d4, Rusty.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see. I've rolled terribly. Yeah, of course. There we go.
A 4. Ugly. Def mod of 4 with a flip of an 8. An 8 is going to be weaponry or utility. This is where the game gets serious, I guess you would say. And the spade means we have to add weaponry. That's some sort of monster, of course it is. It's these guys that light themselves on fire, which is a very dangerous situation we got. So we need to make a weaponry or utility 1 time for the group, -4 to the roll. Rusty, who's going to make the weaponry roll? Who's going to kill this guy before he can really light himself on fire?
It's not a weaponry or, it's a weaponry and.
Well, because the spade added the weaponry, if that's what you're saying.
Right.
Yep.
Well, you said or. I'm just correcting you to and.
Sure.
Okay.
My weapon has been durability tested, Rusty.
Yeah, but you don't seem to do very well. You hurt yourself 4 times. So
Could have been 6.
It could have been 6. Why don't we do the utility first? Oh, let's see. It's -4. No, we should do the weaponry first. Okay. Let's see. I'll do the weaponry. So, okay. There we go.
Go.
1, 2. Made it. All right. So I took 2 points of damage. And I need to make a durability roll. I'm just going to take a make roll. Keep my weapon alive.
Okay. And we now need to make a utility roll, Rusty. And you did a make roll on, yeah. Okay, now we need to make a utility roll. We need to
Yeah,
put this
so
guy out.
somebody with a good utility should do the utility roll because we want to keep the utilities going positive.
My utilities are a bucket, pour, where I could easily douse the guy, residual flame with my bucket. But my braided rope is not going to help me in this situation. I cannot justify it in my mind how a braided rope would help put a guy out from fire. I could trip him, I could bind him, and then he'd catch my rope on fire.
Drag him into the tar pool and he gets smothered.
Or I'd light the whole cave on fire. No, it's I can't. I can do pour bucket if you wish, Rusty. Otherwise, Conrad, what can you do utility?
I'd hit him with my wedge.
No, he's on fire. You'd have to
hit him in the knee,
cape him or something. Do you have any sort of any ability to sort of put him out by smothering him with smothering?
I have strips of cloth soaked in dog urine. Oh no, that's restoration. Sorry, that's not utility.
That's but I'll let you make in this case I'll let you make a utility roll with that.
Actually, I have a pouch of animal fat. I could just smother it with the fat.
It wouldn't catch fire. Probably not. It's pretty thick. Well, I don't know.
That one actually.
No, I'm not buying it. What utility do you have, Greg?
A flask of oil.
Yeah, that's not going to help. That would just accelerate it. And Rusty?
I have iron spike or a mallet and stake.
Nope, those aren't going to help. It's up to bucket pour, I think, Rusty. Is that let me roll bucket pour. I'm going to need a 15 minus 4.
My Warhammer has poor utility on it, and I could smash into the wall and drop dirt on it.
Now that's probably you could. Yeah, if John Shovel here would help as well. If you can smash it, smash the dirt, smash him into the wall, and then smash dirt from the wall onto him, I'll let you roll it. So you got two choices, Russ. You got me with my bucket to smother it, or you can let Conrad smash the dirt free from the wall.
They're both poor, so they're both going to fail.
19 or 20, that is correct. Well, for me, I'm +2 my roll, so it would be a 16 or above.
Right. So we'll let Red do it.
Okay, here comes my 16.
Because it's a less valuable thing.
15. Oh! Who could give me a pip? Now, my bucket, my poor bucket, I will need a 4 utility on, but it's -1 now because I failed a roll. So I need a 5 or better.
No, we were a +1 before that.
Not in utility.
Yeah, we were. We were +1 in utility.
Rusty made a utility roll.
He did a make roll on a utility?
No,
he made a utility roll. I think somebody rolled a 19 and somebody rolled a 20, if I remember correctly.
Are you sure that wasn't a restoration or something else, Rusty? Because I'm pretty good with
somebody made a utility roll. I thought it was Conrad.
No, we have not had utility rolls yet. I mean, I made her. We have not had a utility roll yet. I can look back in the cards.
Look back in the cards. I think we did have a utility roll.
All right.
And we made it.
You're calling me out. Should put that def mod roll. I should take the gear away. All right. I got a cubby hole. I got enticing door. I got ensorcelled lady. And I got shadows, so I got no utility rolls from any of those. And the cards, although we
what
diamonds are add luck, you would need to get a club.
Okay, there's a club right there, and we all had to make utility rolls.
Huh.
Some of us had.
Did we all fail them or make them? I forgot to mark all those. Forgive me, Rusty. Then you're probably right, and I'm just going to start us at +0 and no penalty, because I forgot to add and subtract those 4 utility rolls. Who made them? We probably would be at -3, but I might have made
2 extra silver for you, Rusty.
And D20, 18, I made my durability roll at +0 utility. And I will try to keep better math in the future. And club, add utility roll. Yeah, we have. I'm not sure what that was for either. How we added our utility. Oh, that was the. It was only. No, it should have been all rolls then, right? A club?
No, I think it was earlier, but anyway.
No. You know what I bet I did? Did I call that a spade rather than a club?
I see right at the beginning, Red, there was a weaponry or utility, any one of group, and then we added utility of an obstacle right off the top where it says where you rolled a 4 on the die 4. So Rusty rolled a 2, then you rolled an 18, then Rusty rolled a 12, then I rolled a 6. Oh, no, it was luck or dark magic, sorry.
It doesn't matter. We'll just.
So right off the top at the beginning, right?
Yeah. So anyway, it was only one of us that had a roll utility when. But anyway, as I recall, but like 70, 71, my memory's crap. So. But it doesn't really matter. So you didn't
You
lose
made it either way, right?
the item. You didn't lose your bucket. You just took a point of damage. That's all.
It looks like we've lost Red.
We've lost Red, yeah.
Well,
he's muted.
Red is muted. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, I see him as muted.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
there must be. I unmuted myself. There must be some. There must be some feature of a soft key.
Yeah, it's probably spacebar or something, right?
Yeah, which is ridiculous. That overrides the game. Can we? Let me see. Everything's still recording.
He could have used his bucket to just scoop up a bunch of dirt and fling it on the
Well,
fire
but
guy,
Rusty
too.
wouldn't let me use my bucket. It could have been the second time that my bucket has been instrumental in this game. You scoff at my poor bucket. Percentile dice, Rusty.
Now on he's
Give us
bucket.
something
We're
good.
just going to call him Bucket. Hey,
You've
Bucket.
been complaining.
Percentile dice. Got it. Working on it.
Complaining greatly that there is no treasure.
Hey,
and then what do you give us? You get us more wineskins.
Number of weeks in a year. There you go. It's got to be good.
How about a surgeon's kit?
That sounds like a good restoration.
Good restoration. Great restoration.
It could be even great restoration. Just
right,
good and poor utility. Right. Good.
Who's going to take the good restoration, poor utility? Who's our holy man?
I'm been the holy man. I've never been. I already have a good restoration. I have a cat's eye gem. That's good restoration. So somebody might.
I have a poor restoration.
As do I. So it looks like Conrad's going to get it, unless he doesn't have a good restoration.
I don't have a good restoration, but if you're not taking and giving it to Conrad, I will bow to the group's judgment on that. I know Conrad will be here next week, so
yeah.
I hope.
Red's bucket will be here next week.
I hope my bucket survives till the very end, 100 weeks from now. All right, so take your good restoration and poor utility. That's a reasonably good item. The surgeon's kit with a poor utility as well. So you could have put out a man that was on fire with your poor utility surgeon's kit. And from here, we move the die over to Conrad. Conrad, we skipped P for what it's worth. We have GHF. We can also backtrack.
We're looking for the ventilation shaft at this point, right? What say, guys? We head towards the exit and see what it looks like, or do we want to work towards M?
I would say we go ventilation shaft.
Well, we're guessing where that is.
So it doesn't matter. Whatever we guess is going to be wrong.
Let's go to M, because if we were trying to do that by tracking along the wall, we'd never get there.
M.
M is in mucket, which rhymes with bucket.
With a capital P. Found it. Got off my table somehow. M. There is, it is a pit of boiling tar, bubbling, oozing, making stink gases all through the place. you need a means to cross this. Give me a luck roll, Conrad.
Okay. And I have tested my luck, right? Is that correct?
You have.
Yep. And with my leather.
Yeah.
Here we go. 20. Die 20. 13 plus 2 is 15.
15 is so you notice that there seems to be some sort of bar. I don't know. Maybe it's like monkey bars on top.
Use that braided rope to create a.
Yeah, we could try to do a hand over hand drag to the far side, but you also notice the track goes back. It goes across the room. It goes across the room, but it also goes to onward to N and backward to R. So there's like a some sort of track that crosses the room N. It crosses the room N to N and also goes backward to R. I personally don't want to try to cross this boiling tar room of immediate death without figuring out a better way to get across it at the moment. But
it could be some sort of crane or a conveyor system to like scoop up tar and bring it, from
bingo. Gosh, Greg is just unbeatable at these Gygax puzzles. Yeah, there's some sort of crane or mechanism that could possibly get us across M, that rather than just the leap of faith. So I'm going to bypass this for a moment, unless somebody wants to carry around a big old barrel of tar for whatever reason. And I'm going to move over to Greg. Greg, where would you like to go from here?
Are we saying the whole M room is like a barrier until we find a way to get around it? Like, can we go to I right now, or
can you do what?
Can we go to I right now, or do we have to go back?
No. This is M is an obstacle that would be very, very tough to cross.
Okay. So for completeness, let's go back and check out P before we move to other areas, just in case it is a central ventilation shaft that we're looking for.
P.
And if it's not in the center, then it might be along the edge.
P is a card flip.
All right. In that case, it might be an H or a T.
P is some sort of a fissure that we had an earthquake that opened up a crack across the room here and trapped us on this. Maybe it was a mechanical trap. We got trapped in this little cubby hole in the back here. And let me see if I can flip a club and truly get our utility tested. No additional tests are needed, but the ace is a random person is on the other side. Luck or light magic of a random person. So I'm going to roll my d20, and it is a 3. You guys need to beat a 3, or I need to make a luck or light magic. I think you all did it. Yep. And so my luck or light magic, they're both going to be poor rolls. My light magic is tinsel. My magic floating tinsel, or my luck here is once again the shoestrings. So by a shoestring's breath, my shoestrings would be tangling on something, tied off, and then I didn't step into the area that was going to turn into a trap. Let's see if I can make that 15 plus 2. No, I don't have a pip in luck. And of course, I took damage. And because it's a luck roll, guess what, guys? Rusty, make a luck roll. See if you got trapped as well and injured by the chasm that opened up.
I don't like that. Okay. Rusty. No, of course not.
And take a point of damage. And Conrad, make a luck roll.
Luck roll.
You'll need to test your restoration on your luck roll.
Woohoo! That wasn't a card by chance, was it? Yeah, it was.
That is a card. So
Chasm's Rift, right?
Chasm's Rift. You're now an expert at Chasms and Rifts. And we have made the roll, so it doesn't go on to Greg. And Rusty, please check the durability of your luck object. You're true to form, Rusty. No, you did not make a luck roll.
No, I already tested that because I missed my earlier luck roll with my pathetic torch, but it always makes his
torch. Would you
always
please
makes
buy
his-
yourself a lucky charm, a crucifix, or something that can get you through these? Maybe a set of dark rose-tinted glasses you can put on, because that torch.
You're
lucky
assuming
torch.
that it's the
It's
luck
luck
item,
morale.
not-
The
and
torch
not-
is more of a
and
morale
not my
thing.
poor rolling. So
You're
yes,
constantly looking at the glow of your torch and mesmerized by it.
with my luck rolls, I could have had an extra great luck item and still be failing.
Yeah, at least it's still with you. All right. I'm going to move the big die over back to Rusty. Rusty, we have what looks like a rudimentary roof track that runs from end M to R, and we are at P looking for a ventilation shaft. We did not find the ventilation shaft at
I
P.
think we should go back and check out R.
Okay, let's go back and check out R.
Just to see if there's a mechanism that gets us
R is going to be a
across. It
random.
Probably won't. It's probably at N, so we have to go through F, D, E, B, K, L,
A
N.
decrepit stairs. Roll a D4. Rusty gets all of the money one.
Oh
Roll
my gosh! Not
Roll a D4, Rusty.
another
Please.
D4. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, give me my 20.
But that's a and so we go to 4. A 4 of clubs. 4 of clubs is any one of the group has to make a luck or dark magic. But also because it's a club, we have to add a utility. Decrepit stairs. Me too. Oh, this would be my rope. If the stairs collapsed, we obviously had roped ourselves together. Rusty, how did you? Who makes the luck or dark magic roll?
I know who's not going to make the luck roll. So, yeah.
How about Rusty makes the roll?
Well, if Rusty tries the luck roll, that means Conrad has to make a luck roll. So
Exactly.
I will do. I think it makes more sense for somebody with a good luck thing. And we also have a utility. So somebody with a good.
Conrad
luck,
has both good luck and good utility. I have good utility, I think, is the consensus. Since we lost John's good utility. What are you going to roll? Who's going to make the roll, Rusty?
Well, Conrad's already tested his luck thing, so he should probably make the luck roll.
So is I. Yeah.
Oh, you have tested it also?
Well, no, you're right. Not my luck. Not my. I tested one of my utilities. I've not tested the ropes utility, but luck.
My luck has been tested.
Yes, it has. So make a luck roll, Conrad.
Luck roll. 4. That's a fail.
Yeah, my shoestrings. I already have tested my luck roll with my shoestrings. I just double checking that. Conrad has failed and takes a point of damage on his luck roll. Is that correct?
That's correct. But I don't have to test.
He doesn't have to test. But
Greg,
the next
make a luck roll, please.
Goes to my lucky 4-leaf clover.
Of course.
And I also fail though.
Okay, and how about a
4-leaf clover
15
has
or
failed.
better for me on luck with my shoestrings? And once again, Mr. Shoestrings come through. My shoestrings obviously snagged on one of the banister, collapsed banister. And now we're about ready to fall to our doom when somebody needs to add utility to get us all free. It sounds like a time for a man with a bucket. No, a man with a rope. I have a rope as a good utility roll, or you can go to Conrad's wedge, which I think would probably work.
Who's
to
got
keep
a
the whole
good
thing from
utility?
falling until we can get by.
Is Conrad's wedge good?
Yes.
But he has not tested yet, and I have
I have
rolled.
not tested it.
And I've not tested my rope yet, so we're still in I made the last utility roll for what it's worth.
You did. So I think it's Conrad's turn.
Conrad, go ahead.
Utility. Yikes. 16 is a
Made it.
success.
16 is a success.
right.
Now we are +1 on
What do you
utility. I should say +1 on durability rolls. All right. I need to make myself a little utility box that we throw coins in and take coins out of. And we have successfully crossed out R, I believe.
And because it's random, it has nothing to do with getting across M. Okay, got it. All right.
Now
It was worth a try.
The rail goes back to T if we're looking up at the roof.
Oh, the track goes from R, N to M to R to T. Okay.
Move over to Conrad.
Did I sense, Rusty, we wanted to go check out T?
Well, it is a clue that has been given to Red so that we should let him either entrap us so he gets that delight, or it actually might help.
T it is.
Ladder.
Walk right into the trap.
Walk into that trap.
Now,
T for trap.
there are buttons, a pair of them, on the wall. And because you're following the track, you notice up above there's a hook. It seems to be, as Greg suggested, there may be some sort of crane. Who wants to press the button that has the arrow facing right? And who wants to press the button of the arrow facing left?
I'll press left.
Okay, it moves slightly toward area W. Our crane. And who wants to push the button facing right?
I'll push it then.
And it moves back to its original position. So that you can use the two buttons, boop, 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 to move the object from R, over to R, over to M, and over to N. If we want to try to rig up some sort of gurney to cross at M, well, one of us or two of us might be able to do so, but all of us probably not. So
somebody has to push the button.
Well, someone has to push the button. That is true, and the crane itself probably does not will not fully get us safely across M. It would be a better way than running and jumping, but it probably is not the full solution. How do you think the people move the tar?
In buckets.
Sure, buckets. Yeah, absolutely. Bucket by bucket.
Well, we don't have the hydrologer with us, right?
No, there's the hydrologer is up.
So they didn't pipe it. They didn't pump it.
No, so there's no pumping mechanism that would move. We weren't fracking here and pushing it out. But you do have this sort of conveyor system with the crane. I will leave you to think about that for the moment as I move the big die over to Greg. Greg, what would you like to do?
So we can't get to N as Nancy, right? We can't get to N because M is a barrier, right?
M is a barrier. We could try to use the crane by jury-rigging something together, but there's a good chance one of us is going to boil alive. Let's just say I would not trust Rusty's rolls.
Yeah, I was going to say, dibs on Rusty's stuff.
Yeah, make Rusty leave his stuff behind before we convey it across.
After I gave you such a nice restoration thing?
Yeah, well, that happens. Where would you like to go, Greg? And what do you?
Let's check out S in case it's more parts of this mechanism.
Okay.
Or something. Maybe it has a gondola for the crane to pick up.
S.
Or
right.
flip.
Card flip. That is correct.
Card flip is silver.
All right, durability declines. So our durability is now back to 0. And it will add a restoration roll. Sudden emergence. I will describe that in just a second.
That was what John had, I think, wasn't it?
Wait,
Did John have a sudden emergence?
Yes, he did. Somebody had sudden emergence.
And here's the card itself. What happened to it? Did I move and knock it off? It's not a 4 of clubs, so that was the last one we had. The 4 of clubs was luck and dark magic. Yeah, we missed the luck roll. Let me try moving this again. A queen, Rusty's favorite.
Ouchie.
All right, so it's a queen of diamonds. Oh gosh, we're gonna be squealing after this. All right, so we all need to make a weaponry or a magic, a luck roll, and a restoration from the sudden emergence. But let me see if I can give a little bit more details on this sudden emergence. It's a magical event, as if something teleported or shifted into the player's paths. These are more accidents and misfortunes than anything of useful benefit. Often pristine statues will suddenly burst from the ground. The Legion will arrive soon and collect the prize, and inside is a cocoon for unbridled. So for the players to open would be unwise, but even in its sort of encased cocoon fashion, we are fighting one of these creatures that if you go up to the upper corner, you can see a picture of. It's the one with the sort of the reddish burning Iron Man heart. He sort of oozes blood in every direction. His skin is thorns and pincers, and we are fighting that. So a sudden emergence. This thing has popped up from the ground, and it's going to require all these rolls. Well, we start with me and a weaponry or dark magic. My weaponry is 11. My magics are 15s. I'm going to try the weapon. Good weapon of an 11. And I made my 9. Any def mod on this? Well, that's at least good. My luck roll. My lucky roll. My shoestrings. I got a duck as this thing is swinging its sword. And I made that roll. Gosh, my rolls have been great in this game. Let's play on. And restoration. I think my restoration is not that good. It is a mustard paste. And so I get burned or cut by this man, not burned, but cut by this man, and I have to make a roll of a 15 for my restoration. That one, I'm afraid I failed.
Oh, the restoration's from the card. Okay, I see.
And so I have to test the durability on my poor mustard, and I made the durability roll, but I took 3 points of damage from the restoration, putting me at 25 at the moment. All right, restoration. And I made the restoration, so my mustard. And I go over to Rusty. Would you please make me either a magic roll or a weaponry roll?
I'll try a light magic.
Go ahead.
Or do I want to? The light magic is going to be poor.
Yep,
if I do dark magic, the dark magic, but if I fail my dark magic, I don't have dark magic when I fight the ogres. So
that is true.
I'll do light magic. Okay, let's do it. And I failed.
Take a point of damage.
But I've already tested. So.
And would you please make a luck roll?
I never make a luck roll.
It's a morale
roll.
Right.
Yes, there we go. And I've tested my torch again. So.
You've already tested your durability on your torch. And can you please make us a restoration roll, Rusty?
My restoration is good.
Your surgeon's kit, right?
No, I have the
No,
surgeon kit.
Conrad got that. So, and
What is your
I made
restoration object?
restoration. It's my cat eyes, Jim.
Your cat eye gem. Do we have two of those? I thought Greg had one as well.
Greg has one, and I have one.
Oh, okay. So we have two sort of magic healing gems.
Cat has two eyes.
Yeah, well, that cat did, which is pretty good. We found both of them, and I'm going to move over to Conrad. Conrad, would you please make either
Did he
a
heal
weapon
1 point from making? Or no, he failed the roll but made his restoration. Okay, weapon first, right, Red?
No, the restoration was the one I made. I didn't make the light magic.
So the restoration would be. Oh no, you get nothing for that. Okay, so it's weapon or weaponry or magic. Is that correct, Red?
It's weaponry or either magic. Yes.
Let's go weaponry.
Give me a good roll. Probably a 9 for you.
It's an 11 with 2 is 9. That's a miss. And again, 20. Was that a card flip?
That is a card flip, and we have in the past called sudden emergence on the weaponry. Yes, go ahead. So that's interesting. Go ahead and take your actually then with the card flips. Trying weaponry, you might eventually roll that 20 or die trying.
That's part of the reason why I was trying to.
I have to flare this now, so I will give you your sudden emergence expertise, but in the future, it's only on the first roll you make on the encounter.
Fair enough.
Not multiple. So if in this case we're rolling 4 times, somebody rolling a 20, no, it's only on the first roll that you make. I will make a note of that and amend the rules. First.
Well, we haven't. It hasn't come up as a thing yet, by the way. In other words, this is the first time we've ever rolled the same thing twice or had the same.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think it's come up. If it has, it's not important. So, Conrad, you are an expert in sudden emergence, which is good because we do not want to face these things that often.
And do I have to roll the other 2 rolls or no?
No, because you became an expert. You do not have to roll the restoration or the luck rolls.
And my weapon has been tested.
And let's go over to Greg.
All right.
With new rules. Sorry, Greg.
So yeah, no worries. But the first one, let's do weapon first. So I want a 20 on the first one only, but 15 makes the good weapon.
So your weapon is good. Now luck.
Also need luck. I have a lucky 4-leaf clover.
Yep.
Which is not really all that lucky, honestly.
You're like Rusty. Just has not been good for you.
I was making more with my poor coin. My lucky coin was a lot better for me. Let me make a note of that. Hit point there. Okay, then the next thing I need to make is a
restoration.
Restoration, and I have good restoration with the magic cat eye gem. 17 made that. And then was there one more?
Nope, you made your 3 rolls, which is good, and we started with me, so I think we're good now. And we're going to move the big die over to Rusty. Rusty, would you please the track? The track goes to W, and across to N. Yeah, so we would continue and follow along if you wish. The track after W goes to. Let me just post it. I'm going to post it because I think it's you're going to find it eventually.
Well, W that way.
Say that you're going to figure this out.
WX. Q F D
F, I guess, looks like the next one.
K.
F it is.
Next one on the map. And at F proper, we got ourselves a card flip. Some sort of barrier. It could be sticky floor. It could be the oozing of the tar pit has filled the area, but it's something that we can overcome. It doesn't have any extra requirements. And to get past the barrier, it's a King of Hearts. Now, a heart means there's no extra requirements, but we need a single roll by all of either weaponry or utility. So utility would be how we get across sort of the sticky area of the floor, and the weaponry would be there's either a couple of rival thieves that are their feet are stuck to the floor. They don't want to lose their boots, or it's their bare skin, or there's a couple of imps that were trying to infiltrate this area to see what was going on, and they're caught and they need to be put down. I will, since we'll start with me. I will not make my good utility since I haven't tested it yet. But I failed my? Well, I haven't failed either. I will just make a good utility roll with my rope, and that will get me across the barrier. Sort of a shuttling system. Maybe I'm great with the lasso, Rusty, give me a spike. Okay, and so I get across the area with my roll of a 13. I go on to Rusty. How do you get across the area, or how do you kill the imps that are trapped in the tar here?
Yeah, I'm going to use my poor utility iron spike. So that would be not to get past. That would be to drive an iron spike into one of the thieves. Let's see. Oh, utilizing attack. Okay. Let's do the roll, which I fail. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Poor is 15. 16.
Poor is a 15.
And so if I do the +2, then I would make it.
Correct.
Yes.
I will do that.
Okay, mark your pips. And we go on to Conrad. Conrad, would you like to make a weaponry or a utility?
Let's see.
If you use your wedge, it would be the other half of my rope for the moment to anchor it. I will give you that. Or you can use your weapon.
Yeah, the weapon's been tested, but the wedge has not. Is what I was.
Correct. But the weapon is multiple rolls, perhaps 50-50.
Yeah.
2 hit points.
I guess I ought to get the utility tested at least at some point here. Let me do that. So I'm going to use the utility, rolling the 20-sider.
Utility's at 0 too at the moment, so in case
that's a miss.
No,
I should say durability. Durability.
I meant durability, Rusty. I meant durability, Rusty.
Oh, you meant durability.
And I will use
but I just made a utility. So durability is the
+1. That makes it a +1. I also made a durability, and so that means it's +2. I made the rope, right? Yeah, keep me honest. +2. Very good, Rusty.
I'm going to use a make roll, and then my wedge has been tested.
Yep. And you failed the roll, so we went to +1.
Yep. And I took a hit point of damage.
Terrific. And let's go on to Greg. Last roll. Do you want to make a weaponry or utility?
I think weaponry is going to be odds are better. So weaponry. 15. So we'll make that.
15. We made that roll. Terrific. And so we're all past F.
Thieves.
We'll let the thieves and whatever. And from here, I'm going to move Big Die over to Conrad. Conrad, we know that the track moves through D. You could take a look at that. I'll give you a hint what it is. And we probably have seen it before. And where would you like to move your?
I guess D it is.
And we've seen it before. Whoever drew that nice line for me, thank you, because I'm going to reuse it. All right, so once again, we get a situation where there's it's the tar pits. The tar pits are blocking our way here. It leaves us very little left. God, we have cleared almost everything on this path, on this side of the tar pits, except G or H. So guess what we're going to find eventually?
We got to go to G. We got to cross the tar.
We got to cross the tar. Yes, but you can't cross the tar yet safely. But you have G and F left. Conrad, which would you like to go to, G or H? Forgive me. H?
Yeah, H.
H. Handouts, characters.
Oop, got something.
Be like Crucible or something.
Or a pump to move air.
Yeah, it's a crucible. Now we can go back and move the crane over to F, and then if we can drag the crucible over to, there might even be enough slack to run the hook from F over to H to pick up that big cauldron. Now we probably could all fit in that. We investigate to find a mound. It's actually an overhead rail bucket. When picked up by the crane, a cable can be plugged in. Give me a luck roll, Conrad.
16.
16 is a good roll. You
right?
you have successfully reasoned, Conrad, that if we get the crane hook on the bucket, we can also cable up the controls so that we can operate the bucket forward and backward on the track while inside of it.
Yeah, remotely, in other words, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, look at the control here that's got a left and right button on it.
And I take
it's the most sophisticated piece of mechanical equipment that we've ever seen.
Yeah, well, that's what dark magic can do for you, right?
Yeah.
It's a shame that we don't have more dark magic of a good nature like this, moving tar in a bucket, rather than, and of course, the ogres will say we're too stupid or didn't care to use it that way. You now can navigate across D or M using this. However, when you get into the thing, the stability is very poor. So I'm going to have you make a restoration roll to keep from having it tilt and one of you falling out and getting possibly burned slightly, or vomiting because you're rocking back and forth as you cross either D or M.
And do I need to make it, or it's just I need to roll it so that even if I fail, it still does what we want it to do, right?
It's a restoration roll for all of us if we attempt to cross in the present configuration at D or M.
Okay. So why would it?
I'm gonna move to Greg. Greg, okay. What would you like to do? What do you think the party should do?
So, well, obviously we do it. So just like a restoration roll is to get us across to, us, tipping the crucible and dumping.
It would take us to B or take us to N. And
B or
N. And if
wouldn't it follow along the BKL?
Right. Well, it's going to go F to D, and then D is where you make the restoration roll. Then it would move to B and move us back to a safe area. I guess we could drop off and jump at C and jump off in E if you wish, and then we'll have to get back into the.
I was figuring B and then continue along with there. So yeah, should I just make the restoration roll and then we get to B?
We would all have to make the restoration roll to get to B in the present configuration of the cauldron and the hook, the crane.
Yeah, I think that should be easy enough.
Okay, now go ahead and make your first restoration roll.
Okay, I'll make mine. I have the good cat's eye gem. Oh nope.
take 3 points of damage. And for over to me, here comes a D20. I've made my good restoration roll. I don't even know what is my restoration. I just need to apply my mother's mustard so that I'm smelling the mustard rather than the tar fumes. And Rusty, please make a restoration roll.
Made it.
And Conrad.
Let's
Rusty,
see.
you have a poor restoration or a good restoration? You have the surgeon's kit, right? Or is that somebody
I
else?
have,
kit.
the gem, which gives
the
me
cat's eye gem, the
good.
cat's eye healing gem. Got it. Okay, and then Conrad, a
some
good
reason,
restoration.
I actually
have a
have
surgeon
both
kit.
a poor
Yes.
and a good, but anyway.
Okay. It's got
So I'm gonna
obviously
use the
my mustard
surgeon's
paste.
kit.
My mom's mustard paste is in that surgeon kit. Did you make your roll yet? Oh, ugly.
I failed
Okay.
my roll.
Take your fail, and should we make a 1 as double damage? No, that's 2. That's 2.
What's the
TSR.
number here? What did I got to roll to keep that thing? Is it still a 9?
Nine.
If it's good, yeah, it's going to be a 9. We're +1. It's going to be an
7.
8.
7, 6. So okay, let's try it.
+1 durability.
There it is.
Thanks.
Okay, made it. Now,
So it's been tested now.
I just that was fine. We had a few people take damage, but if you look at this picture, I'm going to start with Rusty because Rusty's eyesight's probably the poorest, and he hates when I do this. Memorize 6 things, Rusty. Then I'm gonna delete the screen. No, would you please look at the ad and describe to me what you see in the picture?
You talking about the cauldron red? Is that the
Yeah,
picture
for
you're talking
Rusty.
about?
Yeah, let's start with Rusty. If you would
Okay.
be
All right, so you've got the the cauldron. Looks like it's going into a fiery pit, like a smelting of iron area. You've got the hook, which is pulling that bucket so that it tips, and
Yep.
you've got the hanging U that causes the thing to pivot on so that it can be tipped and.
Okay, all good
The,
observations at the moment. If you were looking at that and saying you had the crane and you had the hook, what were you sort of missing, especially in terms of stability, perhaps?
It needs a counterweight at the bottom, right?
Well, possibly, but there's no counter rate that you found. Greg, you can chime in here. What seems to be missing from the picture?
I mean, the hook looks like it's hooked to the bottom so that it's gonna.
So that would be like a
It's-
secondary hook. And if I were to tell you that secondary hook is there, but it's incomplete, what would you say to that?
The secondary hook is there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm going to give this to you because it was probably too subtle. The chains that they use for the ogre, if you had applied the chains that the ogres that you found around the ogre, you could have completed this without the restoration roll.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there, but that's the level of complexity some of these Rube Goldberg problems will be.
Okay.
You can get across the tar with restoration rolls. And so let's hope you don't have to go back to G for any
I was going to
reason.
say we could hang the throne off of it to give it a counterweight.
the mud throne, the rocks and mud. No, that would probably not work. B, did we go? Okay, from here we went to B. So let's go to B. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. I know we're all seasoned players. I'm just trying to demonstrate early because they only get more complicated from this. You're going to hate when I bring out the chess problems and when I start having the 3 faces of the man. Those are ugly logic puzzles to a large degree. B, I think, is a card flip. So what's on the other side of the pits? More card flips. Here comes my roll. And a weird statue. All right, that actually has some clarity as well. And the card for that weird statue. We have not seen a lot of spades this go around, but we have seen a good deal of face cards. Now, the face card of the king is going to be weaponry or utility. all. And the diamond is going to be add luck. Here's your luck again, Rusty. Now, we also add to that a light magic roll. Light magic roll, and you durability declines. We're now at +0 to that roll because of the declination, and if that's even a real word. And let me read about the weird statues, special event cards, weird statues. Did I add one? I have to move this just a little bit. The weird statues. No, weird statues are simply that. It's probably some sort of fertility god or local house god of the ogre clan, and it booga wooga comes to life. So we're gonna have to weaponry all or utility. My weaponry is an 11, and I've yet to test its durability. Here comes my roll of an 11. Whew, gosh, keep on crossing my fingers. My luck is good. Then I have to add a morale roll. That's going to be a 15, but at least my shoestrings, I've made my whew. And the final light magic. Let's see if I can heal a point of damage back for somebody, and that's my mother's mustard. And I've already tested durability on that, but I missed it. And so let's move the big die over to Rusty. Rusty, would you please give me weaponry or utility, luck, and light magic?
Because you don't have a +2?
On which one? On
the light magic.
Light magic, I've not added a pip for +2. I could, and then be +2 the rest of the game in light magic. Is it worth it to me?
We've had to make 4 or 5 light magic rolls.
I will add the +2 on a pip for light magic, and that would cost me 1 hit point of total, and that would be the equivalent of 3.
And then you can heal 1 of your points of damage.
Make me a 23. Okay, yep, that would probably be all right then. I've lost 4 total hit points the entire adventure, and now I'm +2 in light magic. And with my poor my poor mom's mustard paste. Rusty, would you please make me a weaponry or utility, a luck, and a light magic roll?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The light magic I've already tested for durability, and the weapon I'm going to end up failing a few times. So we'll do the light. We'll do the light magic for a high number. Okay, let's see here. That's the fail. Okay,
and
so I took
and to also fill in the problem. Since we won't be going back to X, you can throw away those ogre bones, Rusty, Conrad. They're not worth anything unless you want to keep them around as a souvenir and one day pay to make them magic or a luck. But Rusty, you have how much damage did you take?
I took a point of damage
so
far, but I haven't rolled everything. I can make a bunch of other rolls. So I have to mourn my wound. Okay, now I have to make my luck. Of course, I'm so good at that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, luck roll. Oh, good, very consistent. Okay.
True to form.
And then last is I have to make a
light magic with your cat's eye gem. No, that's restoration.
That was restoration. I already did the light magic. So which one was it that
a weaponry or utility?
Weaponry or luck. So I have weaponry or utility. Right? Okay. So I'm going to do a utility and
go ahead.
My 3rd damage. So it says it's rolling the dice. It's not doing anything. It's just 1.
We're -1 on durability. Have you tested at all the durability on the 3 fails you had, Rusty?
I don't need to test the durability on anything but the utility. Okay, so this is where I could lose my my iron spike. Okay.
Use a
let's do
make
the
roll, Rusty.
durability.
I know his
Oh,
luck
on a
item is well
poor-
tested.
On a poor thing, there I made it.
You made it. Okay, so the iron spikes are going good.
That was cold, Greg. It was just
And,
cold, man. It's true, but it was cold.
Conrad, I need 3 rolls from you. Weaponry.
So if I'm reading it correctly, it's a weaponry or utility, right?
Correct.
I'll go with utility, since I only got to roll that one theoretically once. And so I rolled a scroll of 5, which is a miss, which means I take a point of damage, but it has been tested already.
And we are at -2 durability now for the rest of the adventure. And roll your what's the net luck, please.
Luck is my armor. That is also been tested. That one was a success, assuming there's no minuses.
No minuses in this. And finally, roll your, what did I say the last one was with a diamond? It was going to be no luck, a diamond. And,
Diamonds was the luck that we added. The first one was king, weaponry, or utility all, and then you added luck. So what I don't
light magic. Forgive me, on the card. The weird statue takes light magic to quell it.
Light magic. Ooh. Rusty made that, or Rusty did not make that?
No, Rusty failed all 3.
Yikes.
Where I made all 3 by taking the pip. I made all 3, but then I lost 3 hit points by adding the pip. I don't know if that was a good exchange, but go ahead.
I have poor light magic with a lodestone.
Okay.
I could instead test it with dark magic. What time is it?
We're at we got 45 minutes left, and we got at least 2 ogre battles ahead of us too.
Okay, I'll hold on the dark magic until then. So roll light magic, and boy, why did my scroll bar not go where it needs to go? 15 is a success.
15 is a success. And would you like to take a hit point back from that?
That would be very nice.
Okay, take 1 back. And Greg, would you please give me a weaponry or a utility roll?
Okay, weaponry. Have a good weapon. Well, it's 1. There, second one. Let me do a quick edge. Okay,
then we need the luck roll.
Good, I made that.
Nice. And then we need a light magic roll.
Magic, which I think I only have poor light magic. I have a flask of oil and I have my mace. Both of them are poor light magic.
Okay.
So let's roll that with mace.
You'd have to add a pip.
I'll add a pip.
Okay, add the light magic pip. And do you have a hit point that you can restore from that?
I lost 6 hit points. So.
Okay, so we're all in reasonably good shape for the battles coming, and we have not found a way to eliminate the -4 def mod on the 2 ogre battles. From here, it is Rusty. Rusty, we crossed to B. We can continue on the conveyor. We can come back to B later to use this to go out. We can get back into stealth mode to some degree. Would you like to go to A or K? We cannot get to C or E without going back in our overhanging rocky bin and rolling restoration. Where would you like to go, sir? I don't know if you're muted or not.
I was muted. Let's see. The chains were at U.
You were not. No, the chains were at X's, and we're not going back to get the chains.
Okay. All right. Let's do an A then.
A. All right. All right, 50-50 chance that he's here. I'm going to roll a D4. If I roll a 1 or a 2, White Snake is here. White Snake is not here. All right. And it is going to be at A, the Armory. We're going to make our tests again. Light magic will only work. Dark magic or light magic will only work once in the battles if we decide to use them. It's going to be a weaponry roll or a magic roll to defeat the mobs here.
And the weaponry is at -4.
And both rolls are at -4, right?
Both of them are
Both are
-4.
-4 because we have not found the vents yet.
Or we have the option of delaying this battle on a luck roll.
And every player is going to pick up a gear object for the armory.
Woohoo!
Right, but if we
every player is going to pick up a gear object after we make the rolls, and it's going to have a flare. And all of them are marked with the griffin symbol, though. So if we ever run into the Legionnaires, they may reclaim them later. So there's a caveat. And where are we going from here? We are going from here either magic or weaponry. Rusty, what would you like to roll?
Yeah, I would like.
I normally would start with this. So let's keep the form. I usually even make the first roll. I'm going to roll my weaponry. Here comes my rolls, and I have failed, and I've failed. Oh, am I rolling d20s there? Gosh, okay. I finally made it with the +2 for 9. I took 2 points of damage. I'm at 21.
At -4, Red.
Oh, thank you, Conrad. That's 3 points of damage.
No need to thank me.
4 points of damage, 5 points of damage, 6 points of damage.
There it is.
And then I finally made it. It's always nice to have a good friend.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm regretting now taking the light magic pip rather than just taking a point of damage. I missed the other 3. I don't want to be dropping my gear now. I'm going to pick up a good piece of gear. Forgive me for my filibuster in there. Rusty, now would you please make a light magic, dark magic, or weaponry roll? -4.
Dark magic.
Dark magic.
Nope.
Okay, you lost your dark magic, and
my dark magic,
and you took a point of damage. And Conrad,
and I have to roll the durability of it later.
You do.
That's a tough one. You gonna roll that, Rusty? You want me to wait?
I really like my dark magic thing. We're at what? How many minus on the?
We're -2.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and burn a
make roll.
Roll.
That's prudent.
Yeah.
Conrad, I need weaponry or either magic.
I'm gonna roll weaponry.
Okay. -4.
So it would have been 11.
That may do it. Let's see. It's 11.
That's good.
11.
+2's a 9.
2,
-4.
Absolutely. It's close enough is close enough. And Greg, I need a weaponry or a light or dark magic.
Okay. Weaponry first with 12, but we're at -4. So even with a +2,
you would normally need a 15 +2. It's a 13 or better. So you took a point of damage.
Yes. Okay. Then 2 fails. Then I made 1. Okay.
2 fails and made 1. That's actually a good rolling on your part, Greg. So wonderful.
Okay.
And let me open up.
And then we also need a light magic or dark magic.
No. Those are a choice. You could have tried light magic only and then only rolled the one time. You could have tried a dark magic only. The caveat is if you do any of the magic, you cannot do them again against the ogre piles.
Right.
Okay. So
how
about we start? I'm going to bring up a couple of charts here, and then I'm going to show them to you all. And I show to players. If I'm fogging your screen, you can close them. So let's start with my rolls. And I'm going to take a D100 for the gear, and then I'm going to take a D100 for the flare. And I picked up a 23, which is a feathered cap. Oh, I like that. That fits me really well. A feathered cap. And that's going to be a poor luck object and it's a half-size slot. So I can now rely on my my shoelaces coming untied or my hat falling off and blowing in the battle, and I run to retrieve it. Oh, I'm a frivolous little hobbit here, aren't I? But my 23 on the extra item that it adds is
Rolled a
Adds
23
one.
and a 23.
you probably
23 twice in a row. Odd that, huh?
Yeah, it's an odd duck. It will. Thank you, Rusty. It adds 1 HP and +1 weapons pip. If this HP is lost, the item tests durability. If the item has more than 4 combined pips, it drops in durability. So I am +2 with a weapon, and this hat would make me +3 with a weapon if I had take the pip. And it has a single hit point it adds to me, but if I take that hit point out, it will probably be my last hit point that I would take out. The item would fall apart. And so it has some caveats, and I will write all that down on my character sheet after the episode. And Rusty, would you please roll me 2 percentile dice for your gear and your object? 66. You have picked up a steel mirror. At least it's a small one. That I think you want to sell. And 44. Oh, it's going to get you +1 in light magic. All right, so you have a steel mirror that gives you +1 when using light magic, and it itself is a poor dark magic object that's a half slot size. And Conrad, would you please roll your gear?
98 is a silver dirk.
You've had better luck than the rest of us. 98 is a silver dirk.
81 is +3 weaponry pip.
Whoa! A 98 is an altar blade. You're looking at the
sorry.
wrong, not the.
I'm sorry, my eyeballs squinted. So instead of a silver dirk, it's the one that's a little bit better.
Yes, it is the altar blade. Good utility and poor dark magic. So you picked up a couple of nice objects there. A good knife, a good utility. Buck knife is really nice to have. And then the 81, as you said, probably was
+3 weapon.
+3 weapons. Now here's the problem with that. It's +3 weapons, which is really nice. But if you ever use the weaponry pip in order to improve your overall roll, it would make the pips combined exceed +4, and then the item itself would drop in durability.
So obviously, I'll never use the +2 weapon pip, right?
Well, you
+3.
You would only use the +2 weapon pip, I would guess, if I give you an impossible trap that would make you lose a lot of damage.
+5, right?
Otherwise, you would just go ahead and be +3 by having your altar dagger strapped to your side. You can also sell these things for a good fortune and buy better items that have less curses. And
now,
Greg,
does the weaponry? I have to be using that weapon, or does it?
No, that's a permanent. A flare. That's a permanent flare.
Okay.
That's the sort of thing that like Dobby gave you. He gave you doubles your silver that you find. And Greg rolled an 86, which means he picked up
another wineskin.
Gosh, another wineskin. You guys with your wineskins. A poor restoration. At least this one's a half size shot, more potent. But what is the flare that it gives you, Greg? Another percentile dice.
Copy that. Let's put this here, a 6.
6, going all the way down to the bottom of the table. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad roll. And a 6 is adds 1 hit point and +1 with dark magic. And if your hit point is ever lost, that hit point, final hit point, it will destroy the item. Or if you ever go to +4 with your combined pips, it too would cause it to drop in durability. And the object again was the mineskin that was poor half slot. Yeah. That's another thing that maybe better, maybe more valuable to you to sell and then pick up another good item, possibly. Right.
On the drops in durability, the weapon's not destroyed when it drops in durability from poor to nothing. It has to drop twice, right?
No. Poor
So as
objects
soon as it
that
has
drop,
nothing, the object is no
yeah,
good.
poor objects that drop in durability are thrown away. Good objects that drop in durability, you can pay
Become poor.
up to 20. Yeah, become poor if you want to use them again, and up to 20.
I thought we did
Silver to
early
fix
on. It was when it was poor. It wasn't worth restoring, but the weapon wasn't gone.
Well, you never fully lose the ability to make the rolls. But in this case, just like with Greg's +1 luck to the group item, when it fractured durability, its magic was lost as well. So the flare was lost.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's my alternate to the Rust Monster or the Rod of Cancellation. I'm just trying to keep the game from becoming 50 magic items on you, and just feel so.
You can't hold 50 magic items.
No, but you could keep them in a vault, and when we start making enough money, Tiny can start holding these items for them, or we just sell them and constantly have lots of silver, and we can always buy a better one later. From here, the big die moves to Conrad. We defeated the 2 of 3, so we need to get the third one, and we know that Whitesnake, the Etten, is going to be there as well.
Of course.
Where would you like to go from here? You're hoping he wasn't at C or E. He probably would not be. They would not be sleeping at C or E. If I'm very mean, Madman Morgan style, maybe C or E, but more likely you're going to move to I, K, or J from here, Conrad.
I like J. Anybody object?
J sounds good to me.
J. All right. J is a large, inactive fan. This is the ventilation system used by the humans when they work the place. Behind the fan is a shaft to fresh air. To activate the fan, you need dark power magic. Doing so will remove all death mod from combat with the ogre. So dark magic successfully. Conrad, who makes the dark magic roll? Rusty has lost his ability.
Guy? Oh, Rusty's lost it. Okay.
Yeah. So Rusty is fearful of this whole thing now. So it's either you, Greg, or I. I probably am in make roll territory in order to make a dark magic roll at this point.
I've used 2 make rolls.
I'm 4. And Greg, you're poor dark magic, correct?
Yeah, I'm also poor dark magic with the Cat's Eye Gem or a Steel Mirror. But
I have an arcane cube, and it's in good magic.
Well, you could try to roll
it. It's good dark magic, yeah.
And if you miss the roll,
if I miss it, I'll use a make roll, right? So
if you
a good item.
Miss it, you would keep the durability by making a
right.
Make roll.
Well,
then one of us would. But then one of us will have to make the roll. This is one of those cases where somebody has to power the fan up, or we're def mod -4.
Okay.
If you pass it to me, Conrad, I'm willing to use my let me see what it is, just for the color of the whole thing. Oh, I have a steel mirror, so I have a demon trapped in a steel mirror, and I can bring him forth to repower the fan, make a wind that comes from the mirror, and I will use a make roll to power that up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that probably would help the part. And let me see what my total pips are: 17, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. With Rusty telling me I need a stinking light magic. No, thank you, Rusty. I'll use that in the final battle so I don't have to roll weaponry over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 13 points for the other 2 slots. 5 in slot would give me a total of 8. 8 hit points I drop. And that would be 9 times 3 was 27. I had lost 9. Now 24 minus 9 is a 15, right? So whenever you
let me roll it, then.
No, I'm okay. 15.
I have more pips than you.
Well, but I got 15 hit points left. I'm not going to lose that in the rest of the game. I'm good. And yeah, it's sad, but now I got to just sort of remember every time you use a make roll, drop your hit points by 3. Every time you grab a pip, drop your hit points by 3, and then that makes sense. I can always move my my gear slots and throw away some of the crud I have, because it's only a penny. Silver penny to restore a restoration item. I just take my mother's mustard and I go, well, this is getting tossed. So let's move on to from here. We have reestablished the fan. Wow, I should check an ignoble for that. Starting the fan with my dark mirror. That's going to go in the cliff notes for the website, and we're going to use. We can bypass K and go to L, and the big die has moved to Greg. Greg, do you want to go to K, I, or L?
Well, now we just need to find the last place. So
yes. So logical guess. Where do you think it is?
And let's
probably O.
Let's what would you say?
It's pretty
Probably
remote.
O.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to pass L to get to there, right? So
that
L,
is correct.
Yeah, yep. L will be a card flip.
Something will stand in our way, and it will probably be a card flip. And yes, it is. So let's do our card flip here. And a carved warning. Okay, now the carved warning, we've had one of these before, and because I forgot to mention what the carved warning does, I just became the lore keeper for what it's worth. Forgive me if anyone feels cheated by that. Now, the lore keeper, someone becomes the lore keeper and begins to roll a d4% of accumulated knowledge of an ancient language. The party will only have one lore keeper at a time. It also means the next card is forecast in methods too obscure to be clear. Yet, because the danger ahead is expected, the death mod for the next event becomes -4. We might want to go to, and if we think O is the bad one, we might want to go back to K or I for a card flip. And unless the light magic is tested, regardless of the playing suit, that's the only way we can cancel a death mod. A little bit complicated here, but what we have to do is I get a D4 toward my lore keeping, and I'm already 1, and I become a 3 on lore keeping, +3 on lore. And I need to make a light magic roll in order to sustain that. So let me roll my my mother's poultice, and I rolled a 17. So I am still the lore keeper. Thank you very much. That's another thing to check any noble with. And the other thing that happens is now, because I tell you that the carved warning on the side of the tunnel is very ominous and saying we are not doing the Overlord's bidding by doing this, that maybe Solitaire is vying to get enough power to become Overlord himself. So the Overlord would be opposed to what we're doing here. I would think for a gold XP, we will do it anyway. But the Def Mod is going to be a die 4 unless I can make a second roll, or anyone in the group with a global can test magic to keep us from having a Def Mod of -2. So I might have rolled that twice. All right, Def Mod of -2 unless somebody can make a light magic. Who would like to make it? And I've made one light magic, so I'm going to bring a hit point back for myself, unless somebody needs it more. Greg, how much down are you?
I'm down 6 out of. I'm not that bad.
Okay, I'm a 16 total unless I start moving gear slots. Are you better than me?
Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me go to this one. I am. Oh no, I'm down 7 out of 24. So that would
nothing.
be,
that's nothing. You're great. Yeah, I'm only down 8 out of 24. Okay, and now who would like to make a light magic to dispel this -2 Def Mod of the Overlord saying we shouldn't be doing this? Or do you want to heed the Overlord and leave?
Well, who has a good light magic roll?
A lot of people.
I'm poor.
I have poor. I have a lot of poor, though.
Rusty, I think you're the light magic guy.
Somebody is good light magic, I thought.
I thought it was Rusty.
No,
I have a poor light magic.
my light magic is tinsel. You want me to wave the tinsel again?
It was the tinsel man. Yeah, it was the tinsel man.
No, I'm poor.
Okay.
Tinsel. Do you want?
But it's been tested, right? Is that
nobody
correct?
has good light magic. Was that John? Did we give him Did we give him 2 good items that he didn't show up?
I believe we did.
All right. Well, it's who would like to make this roll?
Well, I have.
Make it.
Well, I have a plus. Wait a minute. I have a +2 to light magic, and I have this steel mirror that gives me a +1 to light magic.
So you're at least +3.
You're +3
So I'm
to
plus
magic
three.
with all your flares? Really? Okay, go for it.
So even though it's 4,
What's
well,
your light magic? Is that the cat's eye?
the light magic is the Firefly Pendant.
Oh, that's right.
It's
You made a
pretty-
Firefly Pedrum, but you're +3 to the roll. Give me a 15, +3 to your roll.
It's very sad that we have to depend on me rolling. Of course.
Well, let's roll durability on your pendant.
I already did. It's been tested.
That's already been tested. Thank you. Now, we have not eliminated the -2 def mod. Our choices would be go back to like K and flip a card, and hopefully K is not the third room of ogres, but we could always stealth away. Take a card at K. Could be a good card. Could have lots of things. This rewarded a stop harm too.
Stop harm, right?
-2 on light magic. Forgive me. I should have been enforcing that along the way.
Doesn't matter. I rolled enough that it doesn't.
Let me grab a stop harm. I gotta make this get out of my way. Come on, Roll20 stuff. Effing with me. Let me move these someplace where I'm not going to get constantly have the card.
Pace what stop harm is useful for? It is more than just stop a single harm. It was something like
we've actually used the stop harm as part of the integral of the actions of play. However, you're going to find that you want to stop the harm caused by White Snake, or do you want to stop the harm of the third ogre position, or do you want to stop the harm?
The third ogre position makes the most sense. It depends on what it is.
We're -2 going into this encounter, and it is also this was before we got the stop harm from the carved warming. Okay, and here are we going back to K at -2? How are we playing this? It's your choice, Rusty. The big die's on you. Or are we going to go straight on to what letter?
I still want to know what the stop harm will do and whether we can save it to a later event, not the next event.
You can save it for the next 20 minutes. A stop harm does the following. It avoids all damage taken and stops gear decline for an event. Lets any event pass harmlessly without consequences, but also no gain. Now, so if we use, for instance, if we flip a card, whatever card we flip, we can just say we stop harm on it, and then we move on without the -2 penalty. If we use the stop harm into, let's say, C, and I had something written for C that says there's 1,000 oily snakes that are going to slither all over us, that might have more than one harm associated with it, and I'm going to have to make an interpreted thing. And I'm telling you that if you keep the stop harm against the ogres and against Whitesnake and against the aftermath, you're going to only stop harm on one of those 3.
Well, we obviously don't want to use it on the ogre one because we need to accomplish that task.
And it will also eliminate the gain.
Or is that both? Is it voids and it lets the event pass harmlessly? Or is that voids all damage taken, stops all gear decline?
It's
and.
So what happens is if we move back to a place we flip a card, we can use the stop harm and then just move past it. Or you can decide let's not use the stop harm because I want the reward. But pick a letter, Rusty, I guess is what I'm saying.
Let's get rid of the -2 by going to K.
Okay, we're going to go back to K. Let me look and see if I did a whammy on you and put that final obstacle someplace weird. Or maybe even in K. In this case, I don't think I did. K. The room has barrels of tar, some filled with some near empty. This is not going to get rid of the. It takes the ogre to haul 2 on his shoulder, but a high gear character might carry 1 or 2. Each tar barrel is 2d8 slots. So I'm going to post that in the chat and just ask you. Your skulls are not worth carrying, but for me, D4 plus D4. Yeah, I'm going to carry a barrel for 2 slots. That would reduce my hit points by 6. And raise my gear slots by 2. And I'm carrying a barrel of oil, a barrel of tar. At least we got proof that we got out, and that might have some value later. Now, does anyone else wish to roll for a barrel of tar?
What's the roll, Red? Just a die 4? Or?
Rusty, is it worth 5 slots to you to carry your barrel of tar?
Can't do it. I'd be dead.
Conrad, 2d4.
2d4. Yikes. No, I will not carry the.
Okay, and Greg?
No, nope.
Okay, so, and we, that was not a car. You could apply the stop harm here and make it so I don't get my barrel, but I don't think that's the intent. Big die move to Conrad. Conrad, where are you going to go to next? We're at.
So we've eliminated the minus. So let's go back to where we believe that the boss is, which was O, right?
No, he's saying we didn't eliminate
We did not
the minus
eliminate the minus. There was no harm.
There was nothing.
We did not. We did. We were -2. There was no card flip, Conrad. There was no event to have the -2 penalty apply to.
So you either need to go to I, N, or O.
There has to be a roll of some sort.
I is probably your best choice.
All right, let's see if I did put anything in I. If I did, it's just to screw you guys. And I look up I. I have an H, I have a J, but I don't have an I. Random card flip.
That's a good one to eliminate.
Gosh.
Reward.
All right, so we have some
and
sort of.
And it's a jack, so even better. So just do the stop.
Are they lava men, Greg? What are those little guys that just sort of pop up in our favorite game and throw little hurling balls at us? Okay, so we have these sort of tar creatures. I don't want to call them tar babies. That are rising up and throwing these hot things. It's a reward of a D4. Conrad, would you please take a D4 silver?
We're going to use a stop harm, but I guess it's after.
Oh, yeah. Okay, forget it. Yeah, if we stop the harm here, did I flip this card too? I think the Jack was from last time. Not sure about that. Jack of Diamonds? No, I think I already flipped the Jack of Diamonds, didn't I, or not?
That's what you just said was the Jack of Diamonds.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
then
I just flipped it.
All right, let's just use the stop harm and get past this. There'll be no reward. We won't have to lose a lot of damage. A Jack of Diamonds, we're all going to have to make a roll. It's probably going to end up being weaponry. Diamonds is going to be out of luck, Rusty's favorite. Jack is weaponry or restoration. So that's going to be some serious hit points at -5. Are we in agreement we use the stop harm? Greg, should we use the stop harm?
Greg might be muted.
Greg might have dropped from the track. I don't see him. Okay, let's Conrad, do we use the stop harm?
Yes, of course.
And then Rusty, you want to use the stop harm, right?
Yes.
I'm seeing Greg in the group, but he's
He might have muted. Maybe he's talking outside of game. That's fine. We'll catch up with him. All right. From here, it actually would be Greg's choice. Greg, are you here to decide where to go, O or N? And I'm going to say Greg's not here. Rusty, O or N?
All right. We're ready for the ogre fight because we only got 11 minutes. So,
okay.
Ogre.
Well, which one is it?
Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of something.
We're going to take it off the hook from you, Rusty. Greg, we have eliminated the monster with our stop harm. O or N to hopefully finish us up here?
Let's go right to N. I'm at very least curious to see what's at the end of the.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You want to go to N? It's a card flip.
N is a card flip.
Yep.
Well, O for ogre.
If we know that, yes. Okay, fine. O for ogre.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
It could be C, could be E.
Could be C, could be E. That's right. Okay, so N. N is going to be a lost soul. Now, the lost soul is someone who always seems familiar to us.
That's the other one that
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the other one that
John picked up.
checked off.
He always seems familiar. Is never the same. After resolving any test, ask the general question and he'll get a fair answer. Okay, so general question and a fair answer from the lost soul. But first we have to do the club. The club is going to add a utility obstacle. He's maybe trapped in the tar and needs to be helped free. But he also, because it's a 5, it's going to be weaponry or luck. Well, weaponry to sort of take the enchanted tar and cut it off of him, or luck to just simply have found the guy in the first place. We only need to do 1 luck for the group and 1 utility for the group. Greg, who will do the luck for the group?
I'll do the luck, seeing that I'm super lucky with my 4-leaf clover.
Okay,
and
go
then
ahead.
one of you guys with. Okay, let me roll that first then.
Yeah, because and you made it very good. And then now we have a utility. I can use my rope to pull him free.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay. Heave ho, men. And it's an 11. There's no durability improves by this event too, so we're only -1 on our final durability rolls. No success, but Greg, you can ask a general question of this guy, and he will give you a truthful answer. You know, like where is Whitesnake? He'll answer that.
I hate to say this, but you have to make another roll for weaponry. Hard.
But it was
the lost soul card requires weaponry.
Oh, thank you. The lost soul requires weaponry. Yes, sorry. Very good. So we need Greg. Would you make a weaponry roll? Thank you, Rusty.
I will.
We have to chop the tar loose. Conrad's going to make it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Greg just made it. Okay, good. Greg has got us at this encounter. And now the question that you get to ask the lost soul, Greg.
Is the ogres.
Yeah. We could ask the obvious of where Whitesnake is. Do we have any other concerns about like why Whitesnake is doing this, or why Solitaire wants us to stop Whitesnake? Like, do you think there's any hidden things behind that?
You want to ask about that instead?
Well, I don't know what Conrad and Rusty.
Yeah, we could find out what the previous earlier card that had the.
Well, or is there any complication in killing Whitesnake, Greg?
Yeah.
Because he may be like, we can't kill him with a sword or whatever, right?
True.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Whitesnake does have like a trollish quality to him, but you will probably be using dark magic. Even after you defeat Whitesnake, you'll be using dark magic to sort of overcome that trollish quality, but you will not be eliminating him as an NPC. This guy's not going to say NPC, and I'm not going to, at this late in the game, try to first person this. But yes, no, he says that Whitesnake has a role to play. He could be like a golem type thing. You'll see as we go on. Should we go to O and see if that's our final thing? It should be your choice, Rusty.
Rusty.
O for ogres?
Yeah,
seems almost obvious.
Ogres.
All right, let me get the ogres. And if I remember correctly, it was weaponry or restoration against the ogres. No, it was weaponry or one of the magic types against the ogres.
Right.
Okay, let's defeat the ogres, then we'll try to defeat Whitesnake. All right. We're going to need everyone to make a weaponry or magic. I got my dark magic, but I'll hold it. I'm going to make weaponry rolls here. And there's no def mod on this because we eliminated with a fan. Very good. I need an 11. 8. That's 1 point of damage. 13 is made. That's that first one by 1. Do I have a +1 with my weapon anywhere? No, I think I got something else from the barrel of tar. All right.
You could use the magic or the +2 weaponry. +2 for weapons.
No, it's Conrad. Conrad had the bonus to weapon with yours. I'll look up mine.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, and so I don't have it listed. And let's go on to I made my roll. Go to Rusty. Rusty, would you?
I will be doing weaponry.
Go ahead.
where Rusty resides. 11. Now, I made it.
11 is barely enough. And go ahead, Conrad.
Point of order on my
Yes.
weapon. I had already used the pip for the +2.
That's a permanent pip then for the rest of the game.
Right. But
Rest of the
because
day.
it's a permanent pip, if I add the +3, or if I hold the item that gives me +3, I'm now +5. But I don't want to be +5, right? Is it? Do I have the option to not
So you're at a
use it?
dilemma. You probably need to. Gosh, that is just ugly. And because you brought it up and are honest, I'm going to say that you haven't fully activated it yet. But in the future,
so-
if you use the +2 for weaponry pip, you would lose your item. So from going on out, you won't have to waste a slot point doing that, Conrad.
Right. Well, I'm just worried about for the next 10, 15
No.
minutes, right?
Right now, you're +2, so you don't have the application of the item you found.
So I'm gonna use luck in this case anyway, but
Correct.
I just wanted to get a
Go
point of
ahead.
order there. Okay, so it's a good luck item. It's an 11.
But yeah,
No,
well,
you
it's
can't use luck.
It's
I'm
You
sorry,
have to use
it's magic.
magic?
or weapon.
I don't have a magic item, or I have poor magic item, but I don't want to use that, right? Because it hasn't been tested.
use the weaponry
confirm
then
that.
instead, right? Or are you saying you won't be using?
Yep.
Yeah.
Use
Give me
magic.
roll.
No, I'll go ahead and use it.
Just
So
have
let
1
me.
point
So it's an
damage.
11, which is a 9, and I missed it. So I take a point of damage. That's 1, and the second one was a 20. That was a card
you
flip,
made
but
it.
it was not the first card flip. So I will take a point of
that's
damage.
cool.
But this wasn't a card flip anyway. We're fighting the ogres. And Greg, would you please
Okay.
give me a roll of weaponry or either magic?
I'll definitely go with weaponry. Use the good spider leg spear.
Okay.
And 16. Right. That's
Successful. Now we need to defeat Whitesnake himself. Now, Whitesnake, you could also have defeated Whitesnake, and that too would have eliminated the roll until success. I'm trying to find my Whitesnake thing. I believe he is a defeat him. Okay, it's all and it's weaponry and restoration all. Defeat him. So I need to make a weaponry roll, looking for an 11, and I made it. And I need to make a restoration roll. That one's poor as a 15. I made it. Double 18s for me to end this, pretty much end this round. And I go over to Rusty. Give me a weaponry and a restoration, please. Fighting Whitesnake, the Etten.
Okay, weaponry. Miss. 2, 3, 4.
You in danger of death?
8. No.
Okay.
So 4. Well, I'm close.
4. And now roll
You
for
still have to
your
do
restoration.
my restoration.
3 of death.
Restoration, I use my cat's eye gem, and
You took 3 points more damage. That was a total of 7 in that battle. How much do you have left, Rusty?
I think I'll have to recompute it, but I think I have like 2 points of damage left.
2 points of damage left.
I'm down 16.
Okay,
And-
so when you make your final roll in the game to cross the restoration roll at M with the barrel, you could end up dying, or you could end up losing gear. So just keep that in mind.
He'll drop 3 pieces of gear, right?
Yeah, but the thing we need to do is we need to one last thing is that we need to use dark magic. The Whitesnake himself is not dead. He's going to come back from the dead unless we use a final roll of dark magic to.
Also, I haven't actually rolled mine.
Oh, forgive me, Greg. Go ahead.
That weapon and this restoration, so I'll take 3 damage from the restoration.
Got it. And then we need to make a.
I have not rolled either, by the way.
Oh, forgive me.
Oh,
Go ahead, Conrad. Yeah, I'm so fixated on Rusty's pending death.
So weapon is a miss. That's 1. That's 2. Yikes. There's 3. So 2 points of damage. I'm not anywhere close, by the way.
And the restoration.
And the restoration is Good restoration with my surgeon's kit, which has been durability tested, and that's a success.
Okay, and forgive me for passing you all up. Now, somebody needs to make a dark magic roll. It can't be Rusty. He's lost it. Dark magic roll to miniaturize a white snake, because that's going to be the result of it. It's going to be, we're trying to keep him from coming back, but unfortunately, he cannot be put down by our present means. So we're going to have to miniature him down to pocket size, and then somebody has to keep him and feed him, and he will be part of the party until we figure out how to get rid of him permanently or make him an ally. And what happens is occasionally he will break free of the magic and come back, and we'll have to repeat the weaponry and dark magic. Hopefully that doesn't happen at the worst of time, but it could. So a dark magic roll, and whoever makes it is the caretaker as well. Let's roll low die. And I rolled a 10. Conrad, try to roll it above a 10.
5.
Okay.
By the way, I have 5 hit points left.
Okay, 5 hit points left. You will survive the restoration across no matter what, Rusty. So you're good in the last 5 minutes here. Greg, break the tie. Conrad, break the tie.
Okay, well, let's roll again because I gotta.
Conrad, make me a dark magic roll.
I'm going to use a make roll.
Okay, if you have it, absolutely.
To encase him in my ogre skull, which I picked up on the other side.
Yeah. And then also bring the ogre skull down to no weight as well. So put him in your pocket. That's interesting. I could call him one slot. Yeah, I will. I'm going to call him one slot. So he's trapped in the ogre skull for the moment, Conrad. You're carrying the ogre skull that has white snake in it. That's another way that we can show the fact that we completed this mission. If nobody has less than 3 hit points and needs to make a restoration roll to cross the tar to get out of here, we're all safe then. And take 1 more level point for completing this mission, and we can talk a little bit about the ramifications afterward. And other than that, any questions?
Yes. You said White Snake will come back. Is this going to be